Alrighty, to recap, you need 2 Dollar Tree of the Happy Valentine's Day trucks. Get them now. They're very thick too. I think they're a little bit thicker than the Merry Christmas ones. And they look a little bit more like there's wood on it, but it's just a design. It's like an old scratched up wood. So you can actually turn this around and paint accordingly, or just stain it. You could stain this too. Alright. Anyhow, you need 2 of those. Of course, you need the screws. Okay. And then you need a shadow box. I don't have any more left, so. But preferably one that'll fit it right inside. Either this long, narrow one or a shorter one. It doesn't matter. Okay? And then you just line up the bottom a little bit with some hot glue. Just add a fine line to it. So that's all you need. And the tip for the video today is Mod Podge everything that has glitter on it before you start to handle it. You've seen me lay it all out on the old tablecloth from Christmas time and then spray Mod Podge on them. And I did a couple layers, but now the glitter stays right on. It'll seal it, so it's going to look beautiful for a long, long time. And that's my tip. I'm going to make a part 2, and the part 2 will be filling up the center and how to give them away, how to gift them. And about one more time, this is the Rust-Oleum indoor-outdoor burgundy satin paint that I used on the back of these trucks. I've had this all summer when I painted my vintage wedding dress that I cemented, and she's still out in the garden right now. I first used this paint and then I thought it was too much of a blood color, a blood red color, so then I ended up adding pink over it. And now that I've noticed that the weather has changed and that the cement is kind of peeling and cracking, some of the red's coming through now, so it looks pretty awesome. But anywho, check back on that video if you want to see how I took an old vintage wedding dress and dipped it in cement and then cemented it standing up in my yard. This is Miss Jones with Legacy's Little Luxuries Arts and Crafts YouTube. See you in part 2. Make sure you get a cup of coffee ready. This was going to be a fun DIY. I'm going to use candies and flowers. Okay? Send my blessings out to you and your family from me and mine. And this video is pre-recorded December 29th. I want you to get these trucks now, please. Bless. Good morning, good day, good evening. Whenever you are watching one of my DIY videos, I welcome you. This is Miss Jones, aka Babcia. My grandchildren nicknamed me Babcia, so I inherited that name in 2010 when Miss Legacy was born. Today is going to be a cute little DIY. If you watched a previous video and seen how I made this cute little Dollar Tree Happy Valentine's Day red truck centerpiece, I explained that I will be decorating it later with a few goodies. Now so far I have placed a cute little rose that I made with the Dollar Tree wire ribbon, and then of course the tissue box and just a few flowers to cover up the foam piece. Today I'm going to show you how to take a sucker. I have Dum Dum suckers. I purchased these at Kroger's. You can use Tootsie Roll suckers. You can use the Dollar Tree suckers. You can use any sucker that you want. Now the Dum Dum suckers are smaller, so I'm going to work with the smaller size this year. I'm not going to go out and spend tons of money on different varieties of suckers just to show you a DIY. I can't afford it, so I'm going to work with this size, and that's what I'm going to work with when I come up with the designs. I have no idea how I'm going to make these with the design that I have, because I did pick up some mesh, and I have cupcake liners, and then I have some more ribbon. So if I add anything as I go along, which I probably might add glitter cardstock paper, and I buy that from Walmart's, I'm going to go along and just make a little rosette, and then I'm going to place those flowers that I make with the lollipops in this cute little DIY Happy Valentine's Day truck. That way, I have my pattern started for what I want to accomplish and use for the DIY gifts that I give away to Miss Legacy's and Miss Everly's teachers in February. Once again, this is only January 4th, so I'm creating it right now, and this is my prototype. I keep my prototype if I make various or multiple designs other than two. Usually I make two of everything, and I'll give something to my daughter, but if I'm making over two, it's because I'm giving things away to other people. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, pull up a chair. I have one right across from my craft table, and let's get started with this DIY video. And please, when you can, subscribe, and be sure to watch my last video on how and why I purchased this particular hot glue gun. This will be my 3rd year working with it and with this brand, and I truly, truly like it. Alright, let's get going on this cute little DIY, and subscribe. First idea is very Let it dry, and then flip it. There you go. And here's the styrofoam from Dollar Tree. So this is where I'm going to place the ones that I make on this styrofoam. And that is the first cute little flower to add to my bouquet of flowers. You can use a daisy. Let's use a daisy if we want to use a daisy. Why not? Do you have any leftover florals? Like maybe you only needed 1 or 2 out of that floral bush? Then use those. And this shows a color. We have watermelon. This one's easy. So right through here, and don't forget the leaf, and remove the green. This is something your children can do with you if you want. Tell them to make a few flower bouquet suckers, lollipop bouquet for their teacher. Have them do it too as well. There you go. And you can use tape. Let's get some tape out. I know I have some around. So they don't have to use hot glue. All you need is that much. Just enough to make sure that the flower stays up on the stick. That's all. I'm in my robe today. I'm relaxing on this Saturday. Once in a while, I will do that. I won't get dressed. I won't run around. I won't go visiting. I just stay home and relax. And today's one of them days. So there you go. Isn't it cute? Just stick it in there. Alrighty, let's see what we can come up with next. My second idea is just as simple as the first idea. You have a lollipop. You have any type of decorated cupcake liners. Any type. Okay, you can have the kind with the ridges. You can have kind that's metallic color. Whatever color you want to decide, because you can make these candy bouquets for spring, for Easter, and gift giving as well. So take yourself some cupcake liners and just slice down them like this with your scissors. Make sure you have a good pair of scissors. A craft or lace must have a good pair of sharp scissors available, and especially scissors that is not multi-family used, because it gets dull too quick. Okay, just go down and cut into it, not all the way to the bottom, but just enough to create these little lines. Now, remove 3 of them. You only need 3. You can do 3 or 4. I'm being frugal because I'm making a lot of these. You've seen I have a 300 pack of suckers, so you know what I'm doing. Okay, so in the center, just take your stick and push. Push it up and over the lollipop. This is the colored side. Because it's going in a bouquet, you don't see the bottom side. Right? Simple, easy, easy. Right. Now, bring the first layer down, the second layer down. Take this layer right here and trim it, just so it's a little bit shorter than the other layers. Alright? You're going to have all types of confetti when you're finished. So if you need any confetti, oh, here's what it looks like with just 2. So see, you could do 2 or you could do 3. Just depends on how full you want it. Or you can do 4 or 5. Now you can use hot glue or tape, and I'm using tape. Very inexpensive idea if you think about it. You're making up quite a few of them. You can make them up for Valentine's giveaway on Valentine's Day at school. Each one can have a little dum-dum sucker, and the child could present it. So there you go. 1, 2, 3. So adding it to what this will look like with my bouquets. It's gonna look kind of cute so far, this combination. Alrighty, that is my second idea for the Valentine bouquet. Lollipop flowers. Alright, this one's going to be a tad bit difficult. I'm showing you basic ideas and varieties today. Taking any type of ribbon from the Dollar Tree, $1, but make sure it is wired ribbon. You have a 6-inch piece and you have a 12-inch piece. Okay, if there's a pattern, figure out way you want your pattern to look. Okay, I want it facing this way, so go to the end, poke through the wire and crimp it. Okay, go to the other end, poke through the wire, and start pulling it to the center. It's a little bit harder, and if you had some needle nose pliers to hold on to this wire, it's even easier and better to do. Alright, and you want to center it. You want it to go all the way to the center of the flower, of this ribbon. It's not a flower yet. Try to get it so as tight as you can get it. If you're having a difficult time, start out with the smaller piece first. But this is what I want you to use, a 12-inch and a 6-inch worth of ribbon, length of ribbon. Alright, so once you gathered it all in the center, just twist it. You still have that hole to stick the lollipop through. It's okay, so you have one. Oh, you want to make the other one. Take the wire, crimp it, and make sure you don't pull it too far. There you go. Take the other side and pull it. There we go. So if you have needle nose pliers, you can grab onto that wire. This is a little bit harder. This would not be for the kids to make. You can make them and they can assemble them. And there you go. Take your wires. Try to center it on the wire and gather it in the center. This would be, you wanted to do a whole bouquet of these. It's not actually, since it's wired, you have to be careful who you give these to. These wouldn't be for children to eat. Alright, they would probably be, like for me, be a centerpiece for an adult, like this. Like, you get all the paper ones right here, but you get that center one. So I would only make one in a bouquet, but you always have to have those cute little centerpiece flowers that stick out as well and bring in more of the holiday festivity, because you can do this for a Christmas ribbon too. Okay, so here you go. You have this tight, you have that tight. Find yourself a sucker. We will use another watermelon one. Stick it through the center. Bring it up. Use this other one. Place the wire through too. Place this wire through the center too. So they're both all hanging down the stick. Now you're going to tighten them together. You're going to roll it around the stick like this a couple times. Right? Take this one, wrap it around the stick a couple times. And then you want to trim it. This wire is easy to cut with scissors. You don't need wire cutters. Now you have a little piece left right here, and you don't want anybody poking their hands or their fingers, so just continue wrapping it. And now this is where you add your tape. If you have floral tape, it's great. Floral tape's not cheap. And since these are temporary flowers, We're just using Scotch tape. And just cover that wire area. Just cover it so that nothing pokes through. Wrap that piece of tape around. And there you have it. Protected. They're protected from when they pull it out. Protected from the wire. Look at that. And just from you squishing it, it becomes a flower. And that's how they lay. It's like this. It's really cute. You can maneuver this wire ribbon to any way you want it to look. And if you really want to be particular, you can add a little bit of glue right here to connect these two pieces. And I do that. That also keeps the other remaining wires right here from coming out. Because sometimes this might fall apart later on. There you go. Just squish it together, maneuver it. And there you have the most cute centerpiece, or a bouquet of these would really look awesome. You can wrap this center tighter. You can even add glue right there if you want. I'm not. And there you go. You use any type of ribbon you want. Alright. That is my next idea. So this bouquet is looking really cute, isn't it? Has a variety of textures. You know me, I like to play around with textures as well. Crafting is self-soothing exercise. Not supposed to raise your blood pressure. If you can't make it, you try it again. Oh, there you go, 3 ideas. Now let's see what I can come up with the deco mat. There's three things I'm not a fan of as a crafter. That is deco mesh and glitter, and then I'll tell you the third one in the future. Deco mesh, of course, is woven together and held by other pieces of fiber. And then in the end, at the end here, it's basically heated when they make this. So as soon as you cut this, it's going to fray as soon as you cut it. What I want to do is add this to my bouquet just because it has some gold in it, and I want to bring a little festive color to this bouquet. Thus, I'm just going to roll it, wrap it around a lollipop, and stick it in the foam to kind of create what I would call little curlicues sticking out through the bouquet, or leaves. So what I'm going to do is just take the end of it and roll it about 8 times. Start rolling it. Curl it. So you tuck in that cut section. And then do about 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it right here and cut it straight across. And then continue rolling it. So about 10, 9, 10. Alright, so here you go. You have yourself a little curlicue. You have some gold. Take your sucker and just wrap it around the stick like this. And see how there's already, I don't like that. I am not a fan of deco mesh, and I don't care if people use a hot knife to cut it, or if they cut it with a sharper pair of scissors. It's going to come apart once you cut the seam, regardless. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But it is festive. It's really great with wreaths to add color, highlights the light in the room. But you don't see me using too much with this anymore. This is the only reason why I picked this up. Alright, so you have something that looks like this. Nothing special, nothing fancy, but it adds some color to your bouquet. Place them wherever you want, depends on how many you want to make. And right now this is just a temporary square bouquet. I want to see how everything looks. So right here you just have a little bit of gold in it and a little bit of pink. Okay? Now you can do this with red and white, or you can do this with red and gold. Now can you see why I'm working with these colors and these flowers? Because it's all coming together with this color scheme that I want. You have the basic idea right now. You come up with whatever colors you pick up. But once again, I am not a fan of Dollar Tree Deco Mesh or Deco Mesh in particular. My daughters keep asking me to make another rose. You can see the rose I made in 2017. It says to Ariel Love Mom. And it's Deco Mesh. I don't like it. After you're doing all your work and you're cutting your pieces, it just frays, and as years go by, she still has it, by the way, but as years go by, the fibers really start sticking out of your wreaths and it looks like a mess, and it just looks like you threw something together and you didn't. You took your time. So yeah, here we go with this bouquet, and here we go. Here's a little thread sticking out, but if you curly cue it, hopefully it'll last a little while. It's enough just to bring some color in. So I'm going to make a couple more of these, probably in the red and gold, because like I said, I really want the gold to show. And that is, I think, going to be my bouquet to start adding into the back of the fire truck. We'll see. Okay, taking the bouquet pattern that I created, you can place this in the back of the truck, just like that. Don't glue it if you want to remove it and place something else in the truck. Also, you can pre-wrap this with wrapping paper to cover the foam, because this stuff will still go through wrapping paper and stick in the foam. But there we go. So let's remove the one I already have. See, I just kind of wrapped it with loofah for now. Back of the truck. And then readjust your flowers. Since I shoved it in there, I have to retape this little cute curly cue. So let's retape it. Make sure your styrofoam piece matches the back of the truck, but then remember, when you're adding to it, it's creating some bulk. So when you go to stick it in, alrighty, I'm going to place this right here to add some gold red in the back. Where is the foam at? Oh, there it is. Way over here on this side. There we go. Wow. So yeah, you have the back full of goodies. This might want to be higher up as well. You might want to place it up here. Alright, so in order for you to do that, you're going to add more styrofoam underneath this piece to make it taller. But there you go. That is how you create a few different DIY candy bouquet and place it in the back of your red trucks. And I promised that I would show you this in the future, and here is the future. Cute. And yes, I still have the tissue box. So let me add some more foam and raise this up and cover up the green foam. Alrighty, here's my tip for today. Babcia's little tip. Now, like I said, this looks great as it is, but I like a little height with my projects. And remember, I used 2 pieces of foam now to build this up higher. And I only glued the foam together. But to secure it, that Dollar Tree flower bush that you used, save it. You can create 3 more flowers or 4. But you're going to use this to stick down the center of this and connect both of those styrofoam pieces together. So it's an easy way to secure it, and also a cute little way to add more decorations. Now I can do a variety at the end of this stick, but that's what I'm going to do, is add flowers at the end and wrap it to the stick and stick this down the center to secure the 2 pieces of foam. I can wrap the green part with Dollar Tree ribbon to give it, to hide the green. It's a tiny little thin ribbon. I can wrap each one of them and then use whatever I want on the top. Now, would I add suckers to this? No. This would just be to give height to the centerpiece and to bring the eye in towards the whole entire project. Because the reason why I do want it taller is because once the tissue's standing up, it seems even. So I really want the flower bouquet to stick out just a tad. So that's what I'm going to do. I will wrap this ribbon, wrap ribbon around these 4 stems, and then add flowers to the end, and then just stick it in. And you'll see the difference in a second. So here you go. It looks a little different, and once in a while you'll see a heart poking through. Alrighty, so I left 4. My idea was to leave a center one sticking straight up and then the rest coming out towards the back of the truck. Since how this is a tissue box holder, I don't want a flower to form over the tissue box so people can go into the box without yanking out half of the floral section in the back. So I bend it this way. This is another reason why I like to save these bushels from the Dollar Tree. You can be very flexible with them. So I'm going to place this towards the top, but then the rest of the flowers are going to go that way. Alrighty, let's figure out what type of flowers I'm going to use, and then we'll stick it inside the foam, and I will have final photos because I am finished with this bouquet. For my pattern, this is what you'll see throughout the month and next month. This is not the bouquet and the centerpiece that I'm giving away to people. It will look different. They will be a variety, and some of them will have different types of candy on it. But this is for me, for my display here in my room, and to help you along your journey to creating something really lovely for Valentine's Day. Okay, I did decide to use some of this Dollar Tree deco mesh, but I decided to roll it a little differently, so keep this in mind. I don't want it to fray, but it's just hard to do when you're by yourself. So I rolled up about 8 on one side, but now I'm going to go across and roll up on this side and meet in the middle. All right. That way the cut ends are going to be tucked in. And we have some less fraying going on, hopefully. So yeah, it's a little bit harder when you're by yourself. So I just have one little piece here, and then just tape it. And there you go. That's what I decided to do. So you've seen me make something earlier, and now I changed my mind. And this is why you get to see the first one I make. So there you go. Now it doesn't have too many frayed ends, okay? I can use this now on the floral. And then we'll have a little bit of that gold glimmer. And then I can use a pink one. We'll have some of that gold glimmer up at the top as well. Alrighty. Here we are, folks. Subscribers, fans. January 4th, Saturday. Remember, this is done ahead of time. You have time to head out to your Dollar Tree once you view this DIY. Or if you follow me on Instagram, I'm there already uploading some of the DIYs. The uploading to YouTube takes me 4 to 5 hours to edit and upload a video. So I don't get to them right away. They are pre-recorded most of the time. But on Instagram, I have found out how to use it, and I upload as I go along. So find me. The Instagram is legacies_little_luxuries_arts. Legacies Little Luxuries Arts with the underscore in between each word. Then you'll see this Happy Valentine's Day truck. You'll see some of the pictures from how I'm making the flowers. And you'll see other items that I've created so far this year. And also, find me on Facebook. Same title as the YouTube channel. You can always message me, chat with me there anytime. I'm on every day. I upload some humor ideas, some fun facts, and just have fun. And try to get people on Facebook to come and watch my YouTube channel if they're interested in a DIY. You might not like this color. You might not even like this idea. But I have tons of ideas. You're going to find something you will like. I guarantee it. And this one's great for Easter too. Please keep in mind, Dollar Tree is coming out with Easter trucks. They will have carrots on the back and eggs. And you can use it as a tissue box holder as well, or fill it with the chocolate bunnies in the Easter egg candies, etc., etc., etc. The truck is popular this year, so let's use them. And it's not hard. Find the first video on how I constructed and created the tissue box holder. We use screws. We don't use glue. Okay? So it can carry the weight on whatever we place in the center. Let me spin this around real quick. Dollar Tree has the little chalk heart. I added my name, just glued it to the tissue box. Here's the back. I did not paint my back. This is mine. This is my prototype. But the other ones I painted. And here's the flowers. Look at the back. This is the back side. A little bit of deco mesh just to bring some of the gold out in this design. This is real pretty under the lighting. Plus, if you give this to a teacher, they have the fluorescent lights in school, so this will really bedazzle them when you're walking in with them, especially with the glitter on the truck. Remember, I Mod Podged the glitter. It won't come off. It won't come off in your hands. And that is I do not like glitter, and I do not like deco mesh. And someday you'll find out the third thing I do not like to work with. It's only because it just makes more of a mess for me, that's all. I'm the one that has to clean up when I'm finished, nobody else. I don't have a partner in craft crime that can help me pay for my stuff, help me videotape, help me edit. This is all on me, Babcia. So, you Once again, there it is, finished. Send my blessings out to you and your family from me and mine. Stay healthy. See you next time. Subscribe. Please support my channel.